Supreme Court agreed with P2B that the election was not credible. Tinubu shocked, breaking news. Hello guys, welcome back once again to this YouTube channel. Like I told you guys that even to the blind and deaf and dumb, that even to the most naive person knows that the election that held in the 25th February 2023 was not in anywhere near anything that has to do with credibility. Even the Supreme Court today, which they gave the judgment, had to attest to this. I can boldly tell you, I'm going to play the video for you to listen to what the lawyer inside the room when the Supreme Court justice were giving this rascal judgment they were giving, how they confirmed and attested that the judgment, that the election was not credible. But the question people are asking is, before I play the video, the question people are asking is that you people know that this election was not credible, but you went ahead as a matter of fact to do this, to do that, to do that. What was the reason behind that? Well, when we come back after playing this video, I'm going to explain to you why after saying and speaking that the election was not credible. I can boldly tell you this for free. And they went ahead to endorse Tinubu. I'm going to show you the reason why they did that. Well, let me play the video when we come back to analyze the entire matter.
Based on the second respondent for the proceeds of narcotics and money laundering by the District Court of Illinois. I sat down too. I did not hear it. And I wonder whether that was swept under the carpet or was an oversight, because the lead judgment was detailed on all other issues. And they said all the issues there have been overtaken by event in all our own issues. And I did not hear the issue of the forfeiture. And so that's why I said I disagree respectfully, even though the decision is binding.
The 4% issue has also been laid to rest.
Yes, it has been laid to rest. The Supreme Court has the authority to interpret the Constitution. It is their prerogative as the arm of government imbued with the power to interpret. That is the interpretation they have given to it, and it is binding on us all. That's what I'm going to say on it.
What's your take on the reasoning for IRA? How does it going to affect our future elections?
That is very interesting, because the only paragraph the Supreme Court brought to the notice of the world, which was quite interesting, is that even the Supreme Court agreed that non-uploading of the result on IRA reduced the confidence of the people in the election. I heard it clearly. Meaning that even the Supreme Court agrees that the election was not credible, or as credible as it ought to have been if the result was uploaded. So credibility is one of the three arms of an election for the people. Free, fair, and credible. Credible means believable. Why shut out the people for the right the law has given unto them? So I was very glad that the Supreme Court pointed it out, that non-uploading of the result reduced the confidence of Nigerians in it, meaning that it cannot be presumed to be credible because Nigerians were shut out in it. So I love that particular part. Thank you.
Now you could hear what Kenneth Okonkwo, who is one of the lawyers representing Labour Party and P2B at the Election Petition Tribunal, said that even while announcing the rascal and the rogue judgment that they gave today at the Supreme Court, that the Supreme Court justices said that people's interest and confidence were actually brought low after the election. And this Kenneth Okonkwo was trying to define for people what credibility means. If something was credible, there was no point for people's confidence in the electoral process or system in Nigeria to go down. But the only reason why their morale and their confidence in the electoral process went down is because the election was not credible. Because Mahmoud Yakubu, being the criminal Inec chairman, went and collected money from Bola Tinubu to bastardize and destroy our constitution. Even the European Union, who came to observe and everything, said that they cannot even ascertain where this so-called INEC chairman got the figures and the numbers from. That he never authenticated or validated the result he announced. He was just announcing the result, allocating votes to Bola Tinubu because he has collected billions of dollars from this particular criminal. Like I said, it is just like a criminal enterprise among them. That the people cannot follow the rule of law. They asked the INEC chairman, how did you authenticate this result when the Electoral Act said emphatically that before any result will be collated, that the collation officer must look up to the IRF portal to check if the results that have been uploaded at the IRF portal corresponds with the physical form ECA, that is, corresponds with the result you have. But till this particular moment, months after the election, months after this rascal judgment, the IRF portal has not yet been, all the results have not yet been uploaded to the IRF portal. So how come you authenticated the result? Where did you see the result you announced from? To tell you how rough and how the Supreme Court and Inec connived together and with Bola Tinubu to bastardize and to destroy our constitution. If the Supreme Court would open its mouth to say that the Nigerian people have lost confidence in the electoral process, of course, it shows that there was that the election was not credible. And instead of them to rule in justice way, they decided to use all sorts of and all manner of technicalities to cover up atrocities, to cover up evil, and to cover up what the failures of a whole lot of people. Imagine Tinubu forfeited $460,000 for his drug-related activity in Chicago. But the Supreme Court never addressed that issue. The Supreme Court never said anything about the issue. This same Tinubu submitted a forged document to the Independent National Electoral Board when the Constitution, Section 137 IJ, stated categorically that whoever has submitted a forged document is immediately not qualified to vie for any political position. But we saw the Supreme Court, what they did today. The Supreme Court immediately did not even try to look at the merit of the evidence that was brought before them. They quickly rushed into technicalities and rejected even admitting the new evidence that Atiku Abubakar, not even a new evidence, an advanced evidence that Atiku Abubakar brought just to prove its case. You know, they are no longer dispensing justice. It's technicality, making the country, allowing criminals to go free in a nation with more than 200 million people. And this is what is bastardizing and keeping our nation at the place it is now. Since our Supreme Court, the highest court in the country, cannot give or dispense justice, rather they are basically roaming around technicalities and all that. That is why a criminal can do anything and go scot-free. In fact, they are indirectly telling us that a murderer, anybody can come and become the president of this country if the person can find his or her way through. Even if the person is being caught later, and maybe the evidence came later and came late, the person is confirmed to be a murderer and everything, and the evidence is being brought to the court, that the court will reject it based on technicality and allow a murderer to be ruling us out to become the president of this country. You know, it is quite shocking and pathetic that our constitution has been bastardized beyond recognition just because of a criminal, just because of a drug lord, just because of a certificate forger who has refused to allow Nigeria, have a good name in the international community. Now look at how the international community will be looking at us. Well, like I said, it is a very clear case of miscarriage of justice in this country. If the Supreme Court justice would accept that the election was not credible, of course, who are we? Instead of them to do the needful, but they still affirm Tinubu as the president. Well, like I said, I'll keep on updating you guys with the necessary information.